Hey there, it looks like we're live. This is attorney Lance Fryrear at the law offices of Lance Fryrear. Coming to you with a new webinar topic today. The new topic is how to get the most out of your attorney. I mean, we all want to know that, right? And in this case, when I say your attorney, I'm going to talk about private attorneys today. And there's probably a different set of circumstances to how to get the most out of your public defender. And I'm mainly talking about criminal cases, although I think it would apply to any attorney that you hire. So, again, who am I? My name's Lance. I own a law firm here in Lynnwood, Washington. My firm's been defending people charged with crimes for more than 20 years, and we know a little something about, how our clients can help us do the best work for them. So, if you're in the situation where you've hired an attorney or you have an attorney you're working with, the most important thing you can do, I think, number one, is listen to the attorney's instructions. If an attorney needs you to do something, if your attorney says, "Hey, do this class," or could you write out a privileged version of what happened so I can understand it better, you know, you need to do it. You're going to get the most out of your attorney if you give them enough information on a timely basis to try to help you. Because let's face it, in any business, attorneys have more than one client. They have all types of fires they're putting out and people they're helping, including yours. And so, when they're focused on your case, it's important that you try to, help them help you. Because the biggest asset that I have in trying to help my clients is, my clients telling me what's going on with their life and doing what we need them to do. So the most important thing I think is to try to be very clear in finding out what your attorney wants from you, and then also trying to do what your attorney wants. It seems elementary, but I know life gets in the way of things that you might want to do, but that's really, really important. Another thing that would really help your attorney is letting them know, what you are missing in their communication, right? Hey, I'd like to hear from you more often. Well, if you're feeling that the attorney's not talking to you enough or you're confused, the only way they're going to know that is if you tell them. And, you always want to try to do it artfully, but if an attorney is emotionally intelligent, they understand that you're under stress and that everybody has a different level of communication that they want. So if you want more communication or more updates from your attorney, just let your attorney know that. It's hard sometimes to ask for what we want, but especially if you're paying an attorney, you should feel like you're not in the wrong for letting them know what your expectations are, and then an attorney can either choose to live up to that or not. But you're really doing us a favor if you can let us know, if we're dropping the ball somewhere for you, right? So go ahead and speak up. Another thing that's important is to ask questions. What I've learned from doing this for 27 years is can begin to make assumptions that, yeah, my client knows what a pretrial hearing is, or my client knows, what to expect because this is just old hand for, which it is for us. But if your attorney hasn't covered what to expect and you're wondering, or hasn't covered something that you're wondering about, ask. Make sure to ask your attorney, so you can get your questions answered. And in the criminal law, most of us criminal lawyers charge flat rates, so it usually doesn't cost you anything extra. If you have a different type of lawyer, family law, or someone charging by the hour, well, you might want to be judicious or careful with how much you contact them. But again, I think fortune favors the bold, right? So be bold. Go ahead and try to ask your questions and get your questions answered. You really are able to get more out of your attorney if you feel comfortable asking your questions and you share what's going on with you. Another thing you can do to help your attorney is, we will do an initial interview with with you if you're a client of ours, or most attorneys will, but we may not get to everything, and you may not get everything that you wanted talked about out there. So it could be useful for you to write out your version of what happened, right? In more detail than what we might, or your attorney might be able to ask you about during any type of meeting. And it's usually best that you put attorney-client privilege on that somewhere, because you don't want that falling into the wrong hands. But you can definitely help your attorney do a better job for you if you have really empowered them with the facts as you understand them. We don't know, what your life has been like. We don't know what your relationships are to the witnesses. We don't know exactly, what happened during the incident that got you charged with the crime if it's a criminal matter. We have some version of the police report, and we've asked you about your version. But sometimes, especially if it's complicated, writing it out not only will help you feel better emotionally to get it out, but it'll also help your attorney do a better job. And the more information we have, the more we can pick and choose what is relevant and what we want to use to try to get your point of view across to the people we need to convince. And in criminal, that could be the prosecutor, it could be a probation person, it could be the court. And so, get that information out to us, but do it in a way that is protected. I think another way you can help your attorney, help you get the most out of your attorney is, let them know when you're anxious. Let them know how you're emotionally feeling. Part of our job as attorneys is not just to fix the case. A good attorney who's, cares about people wants to know how you're feeling. We want to know if you're not sleeping. We want to know if you're suffering, because there's likely some things we can tell you that are true that will ease some of that suffering, because cases go on a long time, right? I mean, a criminal case, if you're dealing have a criminal lawyer, a criminal case might go on 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. In some cases, go on 2 or 3 years, and real serious ones. And so you're going to have some ups and downs. And so if you're in one of those periods where you're down, reach out to us, reach out to your attorney, because, a really, good attorney will understand what you're going through to some degree and be able to help hopefully ease that and make you think about things differently. What I would also suggest to help get the most out of your attorney is, be proactive about updating your attorney, right? Let's say that you have a case that involves, an alleged victim or witnesses, and you've heard something about them. Well, science is not attorney work, right? Science, A plus B equals C, let's say 1 + 1 = 2. Well, attorney work is sometimes art, right? Humans are making decisions. So if there's something that has changed in the humans, in your case, the alleged victim, witnesses, there's something that's changed, someone's moved, someone's mad, someone got arrested themselves, and you've heard that because you're in the same circle of people that, that know these people. Your attorney doesn't share it with your attorney, right? Let us know what's going on, because that may affect how we calculate what we do, right? We may change what we do. We may, have new ideas from something that's happened, right? And so if you have something that you think, well, maybe it's not that important, maybe I shouldn't bother the attorney, go ahead and bother your attorney, right? Bother your attorney, because again, information is what we need. That's what we need. Let's see, how else would I have you get the most out of your attorney? I think, tell them what you want. Hey, I would really like to not have to do treatment. I would really like to not do this, or I'd really like this result, right? It may or may not be reasonable, but some attorneys will make assumptions about what it is you want. But what I found from doing this job for 20 years on the defense side is we don't all want the same thing, right? We have something similar. Yeah, we probably don't want to go to jail, but some of us want different things. And again, Just like in life, your partner can't be a mind reader, neither can your attorney. So to get more out of them and more of the result that you want, tell them what you want, right? You don't have to be mean about it, but say, hey, I'd really like to do this. Could we get that, or what do you think? Right? So, I'm just, talking off the cuff here. I don't have any notes or anything. And if anyone has any questions that's logged in, feel free to type in a question. I can't cover, any type of attorney-client privilege stuff, but I can go, try to point you in the right direction if a question about, again, a topic in the criminal law, or, how to get the most out of your attorney. So, for us, when we are looking for that A client that we really want to, we always want to get the best result, but we all want that client who really is a good team member with us. What we want to see from our clients so we can give the most to is we want our, tell your attorney the truth, right? If you want to get the most out of your attorney, be understanding, right, of everything they're going through. Don't expect a phone call in 5 minutes, but it's fair to expect a phone call the same day or within 24 hours. I think that's a good idea to show them a little bit of, courtesy, because they're people under a lot of stress, just like you are. We'd also, again, want our clients to, be able to get done what we want them to. So if your attorney needs you to get something done, get it done. Hey, we needed to do this class, please get it done, because we have a master plan typically that we're trying to execute. And if you can sort of be that good team member with this attorney you're trusting with your future, the better team member you are, the more you're going to get out of your attorney and trying to help you in your situation. I think the other thing is, if you want more out of your attorney, if they do something good, thank them, right? It's a hard job. All of our jobs are hard. Non-attorneys are attorneys, but imagine attorneys' jobs that they're throwing themselves in front of a speeding bullet for their client, right? The government wants to do something to you. We're learning, we're fighting, we're talking. And so, hey, if you think the attorney is doing a good job, tell them they're doing a good job, because, a lot of us attorneys, emotions are fed by thanks, right? So, tell your attorney thanks if they've done a good job. And also, if you think they're falling down somewhere, do them a favor by letting them know they are, so they have a chance to improve it and a chance to fix it, right? So, those are some of the best things you can do to get more out of your attorney. Again, going through them just off the top of my head, what have we talked about? Well, doing what they need you to do, in a reasonable amount of time. Two, informing them, what you want to see happen, right? And also letting them know if you think you need more communication, if they're falling down on the job. Most people aren't going to complain an attorney's talking to them too much. They're going to complain they're not talking to you enough. And if that's the case, let them know, hey, could we have a little more communication? And most of us are going to, not take personal offense to that. We'll just try to say, yeah, well, what's a pace that's better for you? Again, the other things that we covered here today would be, letting the attorney know if there's any changes in the witnesses, anything like that in your case, if anything's changed. And also, when you're feeling low, if you are, let your attorney know, because we care about how you feel. We want to make sure that, things go well for you. And then the final thing, I think, is, sometimes it might help to write down all the information about the case, the details, and get that to your attorney in an attorney-client privilege note. It needs to say attorney-client privilege on there. It could be email, could be another form. But the more information you can get your attorney, the more your attorney is going to be able to use that to help you in your case. So I hope you've found this useful. This is going to be posted for people to watch later. So if you're watching it not live, thank you. And we've got a YouTube channel you can check out. You can just search my name, Lance Fryrear. Fryrear. It's been a curse. But worked when I was a prosecutor, not sure about the defense side. But go ahead and you can follow us on YouTube. We've got Instagram, and we don't do too much here on Facebook, but we're still putting out these Facebook Lives. We're trying to do every other week. We may get to every week. And hopefully we'll get more people showing up here, more people asking questions live. But if you have a question, you could always reach out to us by phone. Our phone number is 425-670-9090, and you can text us at that number too. So thank you for watching today. I hope you found this useful, and we'll be seeing you in the next week or two. Thanks.